starts missing payments up to a certain point, you repossess the property, you keep the money he has already paid you over time, and you get the actual house and whatever value it is. But a lot of banks don't want to get into that business. I will never understand why a bank doesn't want to get into the REO business. But the first bank to decide that I'm going to give people mortgages, I know all these, there's a bunch of microfinance. You go to a bank now, they have like 18 G-Wagons parked in the parking lot because they've collected people's stuff. But the issue is that you have a G-Wagon. How are you, that is going to depreciate forever and ever. If it's parked in your parking lot for 1 year, it's lost 1 year of value. In that 1 year, they've made another G-Wagon. So that's the issue. So the moment they're ready to face the real estate industry and actually stop being afraid to run a real estate division in their banks, they'll always be scared of the mortgage space.
Okay, now the next issue I would like you to discuss is entrepreneurship. When should entrepreneurs exit if they are struggling with a particular business?
Okay, that's also an ethical question to me as well, because I'm like an entrepreneur, and I personally think you have an ethical duty to, like, for example, if I start a business, I have a bunch of people, I told them to come work for me, we're gonna grow this thing, blah, blah, blah. I've told them all. If the thing starts going bad, I have an ethical duty to make sure I make it work for the sake of a lot of these people. Some people have given up one job to take the job with me, a job that they could have built their future with. So I think ethically, you should definitely try your best to see it through. So I think it very much matters what the reason for exiting is. If you're exiting because you're at your own limit and there's a company or a business that has way more tools and leverage that can make that company bigger, for example, I think you have a duty to, you have a fiduciary duty to your investors, to yourself. You can make some good money, and a lot of your employees can become part of a larger organization that could take them places they couldn't be, or some of them can take a payout as, original founders. So I think that if you can come out without damaging too many people's lives, get out of it as fast as you can. If you're getting out because it's not working at all,
right.
If you're getting out because it's not working but it can work, you're just not the person who can take it to where it's supposed to go. Then there's also taking on partners. You don't have to exit. There's also taking on partners. Maybe you don't own majority stake anymore, but you can certainly, there's many ways to cut that cake when it comes to fixing a bad business now. But this is very different from if the business is not working and realistically can't work. That's a different story. But if it's a business that can work and it's just not working under you, maybe take on some partners.
Right, Kenny, one last question, and it's about the youths.
Yes.
Many of them have this entrepreneurial fire burning in them. They want to start their own businesses. Some are also there trying to make money very quickly.
Yes.
What is your advice for the Nigerian youths? Those who want to start their own businesses, how do they go about it? What are the right steps that they must take?
Okay, so one of the things I always tell young people is be very self-aware. Self-awareness is one of the most important traits because it allows you to know who you are, audit yourself accurately, audit your surroundings. There's some businesses you just simply can't get into because you're not in a space to get into it. But you can get yourself into that space. So I always tell young people it's very important to network as much as you can, provide value. One of my lucky traits is that I don't have this sense that I'm not afraid to be used. So I think a lot of people, in order to not be used, they never want to do anything for free. Someone who has value and that you need isn't going to hang around you if you're not giving them value. And if you're making them pay you for the value, it's like, fine, I could just go hire someone else. For someone to give you the chance, for someone to give you an opportunity that on paper you might not deserve. Maybe you deserve it spiritually, maybe maybe you deserve it, but on paper no one can prove that you deserve it. For someone to believe in you and give you those kinds of chances, you have to, one, be willing to provide value without asking for anything in return. That's something that I've always done. And network, take advantage of the people around you and find ways to give them value and grow. That's how you get into rooms. That's how you get opportunities. The reason why you're even allowed to be here is because someone is benefiting from you being there. If you work really hard to not allow people to benefit from you, you'll get the kind of outcomes that comes with that. I see a lot of young people. I know in Nigeria they use this one. They won't use my head, and I'm like, you probably should let them. That's what's going to allow them to bring you around, call you when this is happening. Oh, come around because you're valuable. Then that's how you network and leverage your network and all those things and take advantage of it for the short and long term. And be honest. If it's fast money, question it. Some fast money is real and pure. Sometimes, if you're lucky, once in 100 times, there's fast money that's real and pure. But more than likely, it's not real and it's not pure. Try to avoid it if you can. Be honest. And I know it sounds cliche, but that matters a lot to people. Even thieves want you to be honest, So I think it matters, just work on yourself a lot. Make money, try to make money as much as you can in different ways. Don't have too much pride. Don't think there's anything that's above you, that's below you. And at the same time, don't think anything is above you. Have audacity, but with guardrails. These are things I would tell young people. I see this every day. I see a lot of young people who could squeeze more juice out of the orange of life, but they don't due to certain maybe character flaws, not believing themselves, believing too much in themselves, all these different things. So definitely audit yourself, be very self-aware, and work on yourself constantly. That's what I would say, tell to the youth.
That's straight from the expert. These are things you may not be able to learn in a business school, but we got all of them here from Achievers Money. Thank you very much, Kenny.
You're welcome, sir.
Bye-bye, viewers. See you next time.
Keep on watching Achievement Channel. You guys are doing a great job.
Oh, Achievement Channel is the best. Achievement Channel is the best.
My name is Azu Ishekwene. I'm the editor-in-chief of Leadership. Keep watching the Achievement Channel if you want to be and continue to remain an achiever. Best.
Keep watching Achievement Channel because my name is Ray Echebri. Please keep watching Achievement Channel.
Okay, my name is Nkechi Obi and you should watch the Achievement Channel.
Hello, Lagos. I am Oyin Priye Krumale, and this is Achievement Channel. Today we are out in the bustling commercial district here in Lagos to talk about a skill we all use daily, whether we realize it or not, and that is communication. From the boardroom to the busy marketplace, public speaking shapes how we interact with one another, how we carry out business transactions, and how we connect between one person to the other, whether we realize it or not. I am out here in the bustling city of Lagos to field questions from everyday Lagosians on how they utilize the instruments of public speaking to get their jobs done on a daily basis.
Actually, I'm not really good in public speaking, but I have a lot of people that are into such. Actually, in bringing to public speaking, it helps us to understand things that we don't really understand. It helps us to achieve what we have already, but we don't know how to get it. For instance, you have a money, and you don't know how to move into a business. in public speaking, it helps you to give you an opinion, an idea on how to invest, how to sort out issues, how to get an opinion, how to be counsel on, especially on marriage issues, on business, and also in other lifestyles or something. That was some time ago. I could remember at Ozumbadiwe, there was somebody that walked up to me, you know. No, he didn't really walk up to me. He was asking for a help. So he has a car, but he told me that his car broke down, so he don't have money to fix it. And we were like 3 boys there, nobody want to like come over it. So when I came into the matter, I tried to find out what that man needed. He said he has a car, but he doesn't have any cash to buy fuel. So I have to like help him because he didn't address it in a way somebody can understand it. So bringing it to public speaking, I could now be able to interfere with my friends that we were sitting in the car. Please, this man is a responsible man. I think for him to have such a situation, you need to help him, even though we don't know who he is. Even though that in the country we are, so many things are going wrong, that helping somebody becomes a way of committing a crime. You help somebody and the person turns out to become somebody that bring problem. So after narrating these issues to them, and I was able to transfer that money to his account. But not just that alone. That happened after some years back. I did it at Zumbadiwe. The same man was the person that drive me. Sometimes I didn't know. So I think if we could, there are some people who have words but they cannot speak. And as a Christian, I'm meant to speak for those who are speechless and help those who are helpless and help those who are weak to be strong. So bringing it to public speaking, it helps to solve issues. It helps to create awareness. It helps to, you know, help people out of their need by balancing what they need in words.
Well, public speaking, number one, it has been a very good avenue to improve your product. You hear me now? To have a very strong background of your business. You know, because by hearing from the public, you need to know your weak point, your area of success, and the next thing to do, so that you can be able to aspire high in your business, your daily activities on your business. Well, on my own part, I have a very small distance. I remember by the time I want to start, I had to invite a lot of people to come and look at the environment, so that I can be able to know what else I can be able to display in that very place. And that it has been of great help to me and useful to my business, my own personal business.
So did you achieve your aim using that public speaking?
Yes, I'm able to achieve my aim.
What was the outcome?
Well, the outcome is, I think it's yielding profit. Yeah, it's yielding profit. Like in the area of farming, yielding profit. Like the area of the shops I have, it's yielding profit. And things are moving on fine.
The importance of the public speaking is very, 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 very crucial. Very, very, if you know how to handle your speech in the public, my dear brothers and sisters, who are looking at me at this moment, you don't have any problem. You need to be polite to everybody with humility. So it's very, very important. In fact, in my congregation, in my area of work, I normally, because the way I address people made them to like me, made them, even though there is a problem, they will have, hey, Baba, come, this is what is going on. And by the grace of God, when I get there, the matter will be settled.
So tell me one of those instances.
Thank you very much. That was last year. There are some boys in my area. They want to foment trouble. Is that me? With the header of the area. But immediately, I come out of my car. Excuse me, what is happening here? What is happening here? Say, Baba, come on, this is what is going on. All these headers are doing. Still the people like, wait. When I speak to them, the young one, they all A-laws, at the end of the day, they are very cold. If there's any problem at all, they will call on me. Baba, come, see what is going on. Immediately I talk to them, the matter will be set.
How important is public speaking to you?
I will put it this way. I told you I'm a comrade, and one of the importance of public speaking, like you rightly said, is how to communicate with the public. That's with people, be it commercial, be it private, be it products you sell, even in school. And as you know, since we passed through the four way of life, as in education and life as a whole, you have to speak out. Even if you want to get a job, you have to network and you speak to people. It's also part of public speaking. So I think public speaking is very important, especially for those who want to venture into public position like politics. And also, if you want to also grow in your organization, you have to speak. And when you speak to your colleague, your staff, your subordinate, or those around you, is also public speaking. Yes, I not too far ago, but let me say like 3 years or 4 years ago, I remember when I wanted to contest for the second time as a union rep. I won because of my public speaking, because I have to address the house, they have to ask me questions, and because of the confidence I have in speaking, they have to re-elect me as a second time out to be their rep. So this is one of the importance of public speaking. When you speak and you speak with confidence, you see people want to vote you. And let me portray further. Towards the election we just passed through, when you look at the three candidates, one of the instruments the Labour Party used is the way he speaks. When he speaks with confidence, he gives you some data which could clarify the public, and with that, the people entrust him with the leadership position. It's so unfortunate that the Nigerian play him and he couldn't get there, but these are some of the importance of public speaking.
To me, what I understand by public speaking is an act of informing people, letting people know about a particular thing, attending a program, and then maybe you are asked to give a presentation or you are asked to make a speech. You go out there and you present your speech, or you make your statements based on the topic, maybe, or any area or any subject that has been given to you to talk on or speak on. So that's what I understand by public speaking. My personal experience is that it has helped me. It has made me more courageous. It has made me bold, because when you stand to speak in the midst of people that you don't know, that came from different backgrounds, from different places, they have different orientation, and then you being able to rise to speak before them or with them, it helps in giving you self-esteem. So.
Okay, public speaking basically is something that we cannot do without. Very important, and the importance of public speaking can never be stated, because without it, you cannot actually influence people to do certain things. Okay, for example, you need that attribute, to actually command people's obedience to what you actually want them to do per time, and so you cannot actually do without it. It's very important. Very well, a lot of them, but I think I'm going to go with this one. When I was in my 100 level year one in the university, there was this issue we had. We had actually paid for a particular thing, our ID card, and at a certain point, the cost rep came again and said we are asked to pay again, and then I told them, no, we cannot pay twice. But then all along, they were able to, they got to pay this money, and after 1, 2, 3 months, the ID cards were not forthcoming. The university ID card came, and the one that we paid for didn't come for. So I have to use this skill called public speaking to actually influence my fellow students, to make them see that, okay, they have been duped by the faculty officer and the course rep in connivance, to deprive them of their money. And so, but then we can take up this matter, we can get this money back, and actually maybe get both of them punished. And so I start, by getting some of them to understand that, okay, this is actually not good. We are fresh law students, and by that, we should protest our rights. So I stood up, get a handful of them on my side, and called a meeting in the classroom. They stood up and spoke to them at length. And at the end of the day, all of them bought the idea, and we went to the dean of the faculty, presented the matter before him, and he was shocked. And he backed us up, and before you know it, the faculty officer was removed because of that. So public speaking is very, very key. In fact, if you are able to fight the straight things like stage frights and all of that, you'll be confident. You will be able to make up your sentences in a manner that is very persuasive. That's one attribute of a good public speaker. You must be persuasive. You must be straight to the point. You must be short and concise as well. Well, in the courtroom, all we do is talk, 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 and you must be able to persuade, the judge to convince him that your case is believable. Otherwise, you'll not be able to, win any case at all. And the court is a public place. Anybody can come. Even those who don't have matter in court can come and see what's going on in court. So you must have that boldness, that confidence in you that yes, okay. My lecturer once told me that as a lawyer, if it's possible to assemble the whole world together, a lawyer should be able to speak to them confidently without shaking or sweating in his pants. So yeah, in the courtroom every day, so what we see, your opponent will talk, you will talk, and whoever's argument is better, the court will be swayed that way.
Now, from the streets to the marketplace, it is clear that communication is key to navigating the challenges in Lagos life. Whether in bargaining a business transaction in what we do or giving directions at the busy streets, it is clear that how we speak makes the difference in all we do. I am Oyin Priye Krumale, and from all of us at the Achievement Channel, we are saying that strong communication is the foundation to success.
Day. It's a beautiful day. Oh yeah, I know it's gonna be day.
Hello everyone, I am Oyin Priye Krumale, and this is the Achievement Channel. Today we are in one of the most busiest districts in the city of Lagos, where the energy is as vibrant as the hustle, and we are here to ask questions from Lagosians on what keeps them moving forward amidst the daily grind in Lagos. It could be very, very tough living in Lagos in these harsh economic times. However, Lagosians keep pushing forward. So we are here to field question what keeps them pushing forward. What are the goals they are striving for? And what makes them think that they can look up to tomorrow?
Okay, so for me, it's the success. I want to be successful. I want to live the life that I want. The life that I want to take care of my parents, my family. I just want to be there for them. And that's what success is for me, actually. It's not about the cars, it's not about the houses or whatnot. I just want to live comfortable. I want to be able to help people. That's it for me.
Okay.
Well, I have the resilience. At least I've been through school 5 years. I graduated with a good result, and I believe anything is possible as long as I put my mind to it.
Basically, it's just family. So why I said family is because I know what my parents have been through to get me to where I am, and I also know where I'm coming from. So waking up in the morning, the first thing that comes to my head is how my papa and my mama go take their life now, waiting they go chop, all those kind of things. Yeah. Now I understand that the government is not so much good with pension. So instead of waiting for pension, you need to sort out yourself. And this my parents that I'm talking about, they are old, so that's one thing that pushes me. Also, I don't want to starve. Yeah, so if I don't stand up to work, nobody's going to give me free money. You hardly see someone that sends a guy free money. without something in return. But that's how life is here. Why I mention guys is because I know some of my female friends that they can just enter anybody's DM now, voila, guy alpha, I never chop, oh, what's up, and you see someone sending like 5k or 10k or something. But make me follow my normal guy reason guy alpha. You feel something like, man, guy everywhere dry. Oh. That's basically what you hear, yeah. So that's it.
All right.
And begging is really not my thing. So instead of me begging, I think I'd rather just make money with the little way I can. So basically, that's what keeps me going, not to beg, to eat. My goal in life right now is to just be one thing, to be the first and the only possible surviving sweetheart to my wife. That's when I get married. To be an amazing husband as well to her. To be the best father to my children, and also to be the best child to my parents. That's all.
Yeah, challenge is part of life, and then as human being, you are meant to face one difficulties or the other. And as also a citizen of Nigeria, we are born into the challenging world, and then the mindset is ability to move on. We need to achieve a goal at all time. For you waking up is an opportunity to also fight the more so that you can attain your desire. Yeah, one of the goals is to be one of a voice in my profession. To be one of those that said, oh, this is a voice, and which is a goal of every professional. And even in life, to be a responsible individual to himself and to the community and to the nation, and also to be a voice in the nation among many people. That is the goal.
So, first of all, like you said, Nigeria is a very hard place. If you don't motivate yourself to go out and fetch for yourself, I think hunger will kill you in the first place. I think not being hungry, as in that hunger to be comfortable, is what motivates me to go out every day to, fetch for myself. Me, first of all, I'm a fashionista. You can see me with my measuring tape.
It's very, very obvious.
Yeah, so I think my aim presently is just to be well known, like people like Yomi and maybe some of those high fashion standard guys. I want to reach that level too as well. So things are what I want to achieve at the moment. That's my aim.
Okay. Do you think you can achieve those in Lagos, and what makes you think so?
Yeah, actually, Lagos is basically where you can achieve that easily, because here you have people that have value for what you do. As long as you can give them, as in what you really think you can do. There are people that are ready to pay for the value, for what you can offer. So I think Lagos is the best place you can actually achieve.
It's inspiring to see how much determination keeps Lagosians going in the face of the myriad of challenges they face in their daily lives. From success to family life and to personal growth, everyone has got a reason to keep pushing forward. I am Oyin Priye Krumale, and from all of us at the Achievement Channel, we are saying, whatever your motivation is, hold tightly to it as you can, because that is the reason why you keep waking up every day and keep pushing forward.
A new day dawns, full of possibilities. Take the first step towards your dreams. Empower your mind with positive thoughts. Achieve more. Make a difference in someone's life today. Impossibility is nothing.
Mr. Motivator, Mr. Motivator, Mr. Motivator, Mr. Motivator.
Mr. Motivator, the challenge to perform.
Every morning we're told in Africa that the gazelle wakes up with a clear determination that it must run faster than the fastest lion in order not to be eaten alive. Every morning we're told that the lions also wake up determined to run faster than the slowest gazelle, otherwise they will starve. Well, there's a moral to this anecdote. It is simply this, that it doesn't matter whether you're the lion or the gazelle. What truly matters is that when morning comes, you had better get up and get going. It's the dawn of a brand new day, and I'm here to ask you, what do you want to achieve today? Where do you want to go with your life, with your goals, with your aspirations? What sort of difference are you seeking to make in whatever it is you've chosen for yourself to do? My job is to challenge you to perform. My job is to inspire you, to energize you, and to bring to you all of the resources that you will need so that you can indeed say to yourself that, yes, I had this morning with Mr. Motivator.
Mr. Motivator. Mr. Motivator. Mr. Motivator.
Walt Disney, the founder of Disneyland, once said that all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. We're going to be discussing what I consider my favorite subject matter. It is the subject matter of dreams. The subject matter of setting goals for yourself, of aspiring to achieve the impossible. Most times, what we think is impossible is actually something waiting to be done by someone else. In fact, as Napoleon once put it, that impossible is only a word to be found in the dictionary of fools. And I know you are not a fool. So when we talk about dreams, what are the 4 major things that you need to know in order to live a successful life driven by the power of dreams? Number 1, you must dream big dreams. Dream the dreams of giants. Dream a dream that might look so impossible at the outset, but you need a dream to be so big so as to enable it to challenge you, to inspire you. It's always very important to realize that you were not made for small things. As a matter of fact, every one of us is made to do something big at one point in time or the other in our lives. So dream a dream that stimulates you, that excites you every morning to want to get up and go. That's the first principle. Number 2, you must draft the dream. Put it down in writing. Maybe you need to sculpt it, paint it. In whichever way you can, put it out there. Make it tangible so that people can see and relate to it. And number 3, you must declare your dreams. Tell people about your dreams. We're not asking you to discuss your dreams, but I'm saying to you, declare it. Let people know what it is you are seeking to accomplish in your life or in whatever field of human endeavor that you set out to do. And then finally, number 4 is this. And this is where it all comes together. You must do what the dream demands of you to do. If the distance be not traveled, the destination will never be reached. Dreams will remain pie in the sky if we do not take action. So what actions are you taking? Set goals. Specifically begin to outline what you need to do so that you can begin to work towards them. I leave you with the words of a young lady who was challenged and people felt her dreams were impossible. In fact, they said to her, "Your dreams are not real." Then she replied by saying, "The dream is real. It is the failure to make it happen that is the unreality." Dream big dreams.
Mr. Motivator. Mr. Motivator. Mr. Motivator.
Mr. Motivator, the challenge to perform.
Welcome to Achievement News on the Achievement Channel, your daily source of positivity in communication, where we don't just report the news, we celebrate achievements, inspire action, and empower you to reach your full potential. We're broadcasting live from our studios at the School of Eloquence in Lagos. Today, we have a packed show highlighting the diverse range of impactful events we've covered here on Achievement Channel, showcasing empowerment through skills, development, leadership, and national vision. We begin with a focus on skills development and empowerment. The CVL Employment Trust Fund recently held an event showcasing its commitment to equipping individuals with valuable skills. The event featured training classes in 3 key areas: electrical installation, digital marketing, and catering. A notable aspect of the electrical installation class was the presence of a determined young woman demonstrating a passion for breaking gender stereotypes in traditionally male-dominated fields. Our news team spoke with several students who shared powerful testimonies about how this initiative is transforming their lives and creating new opportunities.
What I want to say to LSCTF, CVL and KTI is that you have really done well. Thank you for bringing up this opportunity for youths that are not empowered. We thank you and we hope that you continue to do this great job for more of our youths out there.
So far in the journey, I've really learned a lot, starting from learning about the SEO, moving to email marketing, down to content marketing.
And so far here in CVL, LSCTF, and KTI, they have impacted me with soft skill and hard skill. And also, I have learned a lot of things that I did not even think I was ever going to learn.
I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to King's Trust International. I want to say thank you to Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. I want to say thank you to Center for Value in Leadership. And I want to use this opportunity to say to every young mind out there, this is the program you need to step up and become who you want to become.
In the realm of leadership, the CEO Summit 2025 took center stage. The 2-day summit themed Future Ready Leadership provided a platform for critical discussions on navigating the complexities of modern leadership. The summit commenced with a virtual session on Wednesday, April 2nd, featuring renowned thought leader like Professor Pat Utomi, who offered valuable insights into the qualities and strategies essential for effective leadership in the years to come. The in-person session on April 3rd, held at the 4 Points by Sheraton, Victoria Island, Lagos, featured prominent speakers who addressed key aspects of leadership. Mr. Rume Daniels delivered an impactful presentation on the CEO as a catalyst for societal and organizational growth, emphasizing the crucial role of business leaders in driving positive change. This was followed by Mr. Victor Gbenga Afolabi's address on innovating for sustainability. The CEO as a catalyst for societal and organizational growth, emphasizing the crucial role of business leaders in driving positive change. This was followed by Mr. Victor Gbenga Afolabi's address on innovating for sustainability. The CEO role in driving long-term impact, highlighting the importance of sustainable practices in corporate strategy. The session concluded with an engaging question and answer segment, fostering a dynamic exchange between speakers and attendees.
We've heard it over and over. To do the same thing and expect a different result is the definition of insanity, right? Yeah. So why are some MDs afraid to call the shots? Yes, we've seen extreme cases where some MDs are actually trigger happy, fire at will. But we have some very, very calm, empathetic bosses. And it's such an honor to have those bosses. I'm telling you, painfully some people take those kind of bosses for granted. Bosses who will not fire at will. Bosses who will temper, justice with the message.
In your opinion, do you think true leaders are born or could they be taught?
I think leaders are made. The environment, the people you meet, and the influences on your life determines. Everybody is born blank, so it's not like a talent. It's learned.
So, do you think leaders are born, or can they grow into the role of leadership?
I think my take to it will be two-pronged. Leaders can be born, and some can also grow into it.
Okay, do you think true leadership is inborn, or do you think it can be taught?
I think that true leadership can be taught. There isn't any kind of nurturing that you require that you cannot get. The idea, however, is to be able to get the correct people to teach it and for you to be able to imbibe it and impact it on others.
Now let's dive deeper into the Bullion Lecture 2025. This year's event, a hallmark of intellectual discourse on economic development, was themed Architecting the Energy Sector for Nigeria's 1 trillion economy vision. The event commenced with the arrival of guests, followed by formal introductions. The proceedings began with the national anthem, setting a tone of national significance. Mr. Enes ABMFR, chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Center for Financial Journalism, delivered a welcome address emphasizing the importance of the lecture's theme. Mrs. Tolulokpe Longe, National President of Women in Energy, Oil and Gas, and Chairman of the Bullion Lecture 2025, provided opening remarks, setting the stage for the day's discussions. A special guest of honor, Chief Adebayo Adelabo, the Minister of Power, also offered remarks highlighting the government's perspective on the energy sector. The guest lecturer, Professor Bat Naji, founder and Chief Executive Officer of Geometric Power Limited and former Minister of Power, was introduced by the Master of Ceremonies, Sir Azu Arinze, publisher of Yes International. Professor Naji then delivered a comprehensive lecture on architecting the energy sector for Nigeria's 1 trillion economy vision, providing in-depth analysis and recommendations. A panel discussion followed, featuring Dr. Ogo Okiti, CEO of Think Business Africa and convener of the Africa Business Convention, and Mr. Victor Okoronkwo, Group Managing Director of ITO Eastern Exploration and Production Company Limited. The panelists offered diverse perspectives on the challenges and opportunities within Nigeria's energy sector. The event also featured a question and answer session, allowing for audience engagement. The lecture concluded with the presentation of plaques to the resource persons, acknowledging their valuable contributions. Mr. Ray Echebiri, CEO of the Center for Financial Journalism, delivered the vote of thanks. The national anthem was then played, and guests were invited to a refreshment session. We also celebrated outstanding achievements at the 2024 Vanguard Personality of the Year Award. The evening was a celebration of excellence, recognizing individuals who have made extraordinary contributions to society. The event began with the arrival of guests and the observance of introductions and protocols. The national anthem set a dignified tone for the evening. The editor of Vanguard Media delivered remarks highlighting the significance of the awards and the recipients' accomplishments. The highlight of the night was, of course, the presentation of awards. The awards were interspersed with entertainment interludes featuring performances that added to the celebratory atmosphere. The pinnacle of the evening was the presentation of the Personality of the Year and Good Governance Award, recognizing exceptional leadership and societal impacts. Mr. Adekunle Adekoya, Deputy Editor, delivered the vote of thanks, expressing gratitude to all those who celebrated to the success of the event. The evening concluded with a final entertainment performance. At Achievement News, we are committed to bringing you stories that highlight the diverse paths to success and the individuals and initiatives that are shaping a brighter future. This event exemplifies the spirit of achievement and the power of collective vision. This is what Achievement News is all about, celebrating the power of human potential and transformative impact of dedication and the unwavering belief in a brighter future. Join us in celebrating this achievement and in striving for your own. Don't miss out on more uplifting stories like this one. Hit the subscribe button on the Achievement channel and join a growing community of dreamers, achievers, and change makers. Be the first to hear the news that motivates, stories that empower, and insights that elevates. Also visit our website at www.achievementchannel.com for more. See you next time on Achievement News, where every story is a step towards empowerment. My name is Comfort Edonise Basi. Thanks for watching.
and welcome to Eloquence Unleashed. This is the show where we teach you the art and science of public speaking and communication, coming to you live from Nigeria's public speaking and communication institution, the School of Eloquence. I am Christine Davis. Today, we're going to be looking at what public speaking can do for you as an individual, both personally and professionally. But before we do that, let's take a quick dive at some of the amazing moments at our trainings and events.
Why Achievement Channel? Very simple, to perpetuate a can-do culture. To help people believe, know that they can do it. They can achieve something in life. With their talent, with their gift, with their potential, they can make a difference. As teachers, you are daily achieving. It doesn't have to be when we celebrate it on television. You don't have to be a celebrity. Look, there's a difference between an achiever and a celebrity. You can become a celebrity for all the wrong reasons. Celebrity is essentially notoriety. Essentially. It's not particularly achievement. Achievement is very substantive. That's why sometimes you have a group of people we refer to as silent achievers. Save your energy, because when you save it, you'll be able to see that student that needs help and help. You'll be able, and that takes you to the next circle, COI, circle of influence. So a lot of you have lost tremendous opportunities to influence because you kept on busy yourself here. Oh, what is happening? How will my salary now pay this kind of thing now? Even the bank of rest, please check the price again. Check the price again. Yeah, has it gone up? Has it gone up? As it's going up or down, your heart beats. It's going up. So the circle of concern is expanding and is having more and more impact on you. And that is what happens. As you dwell here, what happens is that it continues to expand. A teacher affects eternity. One of my mentors, who has taught me so much, is Professor Patu Tole. I've known Professor Tole for over 20 years now, since 2002. I usually call myself his apprentice. Because when you have a very good teacher, most of what I've been able to do in corporate environment, where I just get up and I'm talking, and a lot of the things I'm sharing, because I had a very good teacher. When people applaud me, I said, I had a good teacher. 6. So that gives you a wide berth. So you choose one, look at it, analyze it critically, and craft number 1, think action that you're going to take. So action, you can write that. Choose any of those topics. 1, analyze critically and frame a topic. That's the first step. Please write it down because it's going to get them working with guidelines.
Okay, you're welcome back. This is the show Eloquence Unleashed, and I remain Christine Davis. On this segment, we're going to be talking to the Dean, School of Eloquence, which is the premier training institution of public speaking and communication in Nigeria. Now, we have in our studios the Dean himself, Mr. Ubong Isian. It's such a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Nice to be here, Christine.
Thank you so much for coming. We're going to be looking at what impact really does public speaking and communication as a skill. What does it do to the public, personally and professionally? You've been doing this for 18 years.
That's right.
So in terms of impact, sir, how much impact would you say this has given the public space in Nigeria?
So I'd like to look at the impact first from the standpoint of those who learn the skill and use the skill. The impact on their lives personally, the impact on their careers, and of course the impact in terms of their influence. These are the things you want to look at. I normally refer to them as the 3 R's. The first R is what we call the reward. The second R is the results. And the third R is the respect. If you're a career person and you learn how to speak well in public, there are many rewards you can logically expect to get. It could impact very well in terms of your promotion, in terms of your earning more financially, and in terms of lots of other workplace-related benefits as you continue to make progress and advance in life and in your career. Those are the rewards. Then the results. When you speak well in public, you have a clear message, well articulated, and you deliver that message with eloquence. You will find that you can influence people to buy into your ideas, to change over to your position, to get a frame or a sense of your frame of mind and reason with you. You can win friends. Then you can also, in many ways, apart from persuading people, you can influence the direction of things. That's the result. People can begin to move in certain directions on account of your communication. That's the impact. And then, of course, the third R, which has to do with the respect. When you speak very well, people admire you. Some begin to even look up to you. They even place you on a pedestal. You become like a role model. You become like an example. So many people respect Barack Obama today because of the way he speaks. There are many parents who want their children to grow up to speak like Barack Obama. They respect that sense of esteem and honor that comes with it. These three dimensions, reward, result, respect, are a reflection of the impact that you're talking about on both the person who is able to speak well in public, as well as the spillover effects to the audience, those who listen, what it inspires them to do, what it inspires them to think of as well, how they see the world. Most of us see the world differently today because we heard a very good speaker who was able to articulate the ideas and present the matter in a very meaningful and impactful manner. Most of us are followers of certain leaders today because of the import and the impact of their words, the ability to carry an audience, to project command, control, the ability to articulate intelligently and explain what complex ideas they carried in their minds to their audiences, making it very simple. So the power of words, being able to speak eloquently, being effective, being powerful through your oral communication is priceless and most impactful. Perhaps one of the most impactful of capabilities all through human history. So in the Nigerian context, we can interpret it in various ways. And where we don't have it, for instance, we don't have eloquent communication evident in the political ecosystem of Nigeria. So you find that that sector is boring. That sector is not engaging. Maybe one or two politicians who stand out and you see the kind of following that such speakers amass because they are able to speak to the yearnings and aspirations of a certain group and they follow them. And that's really how we can impact ourselves or impact society through our communication. But politically right now in Nigeria, you really have, it's very sparse, very limited, and you therefore find that our politics is not exciting, is not engaging, is not interesting. So political gladiators resort to name-calling, gaslighting, and all of those elements that are like sound bites that stoke the flames of anger and discontent so that they continue to get away with it, talking about the politicians.
Okay, I like that you brought in politics. I would say that someone like Peter Obi enjoyed this eloquence that you speak about. He was able to relate with his audience, and it's no wonder why you see most of the young people were able to, you know, relate with him as he spoke, and that was what brought in his votes, I would say.
Yes,
as Peter Obi.
In fairness, Peter Obi scores, when you compare to, when you look at the entire political landscape, you could say that, yes, Peter Obi was able to strike a nerve by clearly having a message. It appealed to his audience. He was able to reach out to those yearnings, but he targeted a clear message, which is very important. And this is very important because we live in a society where when you are running commentaries, people can easily, because of limited perspective, begin to reason those perspectives from the standpoint of ethnicity, religion, and all that. But we're not talking the politics of Labour Party, or not the politics of Peter Obi as a person. We're talking functionally about the ability to speak in public and get the message across. Now, there are those who listened to Peter Obi and felt his voice was too thin. And he does have that unique imprimatur on his voice with some level of thinness to his voice. But that did not stop him. He, first and foremost, he had a clear sense of structure with regards to his message, and he could stand and speak for extended periods of time intelligently and then connected especially with the young audience. He spoke their language, delivered his message in their language, and was able to galvanize, and that's the influence we're talking about, and then earned their respect, which is so important, and that has continued. So you have a lot of people that are followers of the man because they heard him speak, and his message resonated with them. So he is a good example in very recent times and practical times, or a practical example of eloquence or in eloquence. You do have other Nigerians that are very reflective of the value of eloquence. You do have, in the much older generation, the likes of Dr. Christopher Kolade. You do have someone like Chief Emeka Anyoku. You do have Professor Jerry Ghana. These are very fine examples. And amongst the women, you have the likes of Amina Mohammed, who is currently with the United Nations. You have the likes of Obi Ezekwesili. These are some very good examples, or fine examples of people who have influenced audiences by virtue of their communication.
Very briefly, since we're talking about the School of Eloquence, which we must always bring our attention to, in terms of demography, just can you tell me, because some people feel that the School of Eloquence is just for successful people, public speakers, business people, entrepreneurs. In terms of demography, what scope would you give that, just very slightly? And then also, as you answer that question, what would be your advice to people that are thinking in that way? And also people, I would like to add that question, that feel that public speaking cannot be taught. It is simply an innate gift given by God. So if you can just lump that and answer that.
That's like asking me to squeeze an entire day's master class
exactly.
into
So
30 seconds. But let's do the best that we can with that, because being concise, brevity, as Francis Bacon once said, is the soul of wit. So with regards to the first question, the argument or the perception that a School of Eloquence, Nigeria's premier public speaking school, a place where you get to learn public speaking, is for successful people. Well, that is a faulty assumption. It is also for those who want to be successful. So if you want to be successful, you are equally welcome, because that is one skill that can help you become even more successful in terms of whatever career you're currently pursuing, or if you're an entrepreneur, an independent person, whatever field of human endeavor you find yourself in, you will always need to speak in public. So it is for both the successful ones who want to be more successful and the unsuccessful ones who want to have a taste of success. That's that. Then the other point, or the other question, is public speaking a skill or a talent? Is it a gift of nature or in the realm of nurture? Well, the answer is very simple. There are no born public speakers. Yes, great speakers are made. Yes. There are no born public speakers. There are no born ones. Great speakers are made and not born. Public speaking is a skill and can be learned. That's why you have the School of Eloquence.
I love this discussion. You've heard it for yourself from the Dean of the School of Eloquence himself, Ubong Essen, popularly known as Mr. Motivator. And he's been here telling us that indeed public speakers are not born. It is a skill that can be learned, and where you can learn it and learn it very well, of course, is at the School of Eloquence here in Nigeria. I believe that all of the information that you need will be on their social media handles and, of course, their website. So it is not something that is far-fetched. You can get it. This is where we wrap up the segment, the Dean's Discourse. Make sure you join us next time, where we'll be having more profound conversations to be able to show you how and where you need public speaking and how it can really develop you as a person. We'll be right back. That's it for the show today. Hope you had an amazing time. Do join us next time at Eloquence Unleashed, where we give you tips and insights on public speaking and communication from the School of Eloquence, which is the premier training institution for public speaking and communication in Nigeria. I remain Christine Davis. See you next time.
We wear the khaki, but we carry more than just a bag. We carry dreams, grit, and a will to serve.
This is Corpuscan, rising to serve, rising to lead.
Hello and welcome to Corpuscan, the show that inspires young Nigerians to maximize their NYSC journey and become their very best. I'm your host Priscilla Anichi, and you are watching us on the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and only 100% motivational TV station, broadcasting from the School of Eloquence Studios here in Ikoyi, Lagos. Today's episode is one every young person truly needs. Our topic is Talk and Shine, the power of eloquence in everyday life, because how you speak determines how far you go. From CDS meetings to PPA presentations, from interviews to everyday conversations, the way you express yourself can open doors or close them. So today, we're breaking down what it really means to speak with clarity, confidence, and authenticity, and how to use your voice as a tool for opportunity and influence. To help us explore this inspiring conversation, I'm joined by two amazing guests. Our first guest is Abdul Wahid Issa, a passionate communicator with a background in mass communication from Kwara State Polytechnic. He has gained field experience with New Telegraph Publishing Company and Daily Trust newspapers, and is also skilled in solar and inverter installation, a true example of youth versatility. And our second guest is Adeyola Nafisat Fumilayo, a dynamic and purpose-driven communicator and current core member at the School of Eloquence, Ikoyi, Lagos. A graduate of Federal Polytechnic Ilaro. She is passionate about self-expression and believes in the power of words to transform lives. Nafisat represents a new generation of confident young women redefining leadership and influence.
This is Corpuscan, rising to serve, rising to lead.
Welcome to Corpuscan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nafisat.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. All right. Today's topic is Talk and Shine, the power of eloquence in everyday life.
Okay.
And I have a question. How can a copper prepare for presentation or CDS discussions without overthinking?
Okay. Thank you for having us on the show here.
Yeah, thank you.
So how can a copper prepare for a presentation or CDS meeting from right? Yeah. In anything you want to do in life, there is this one thing you need to keep in mind. Because if you fail to do that, anything you do afterwards might not fall in place as you've wanted. And what's that thing? It's planning. Planning on anything whatsoever you want to do. Let's keep aside presentation or anything you want to do in life. You need planning, and not just planning, proper planning. Under that planning, then we can now have some other things which will follow. For any presentation or for any presentation we are going for, while planning, under planning, you need to plan your topic. What are those things? You need to make research about the presentation topic you want to give. You need to make proper research. Not even a detailed one. and a comprehensive one. So while planning your topic, you need to put into consideration what are your target audience, or who are your target audience? Who are they like? Are they the how do I say it? Are they the mid class or the lower class or the higher class? So you'll be able to know how you'll be able to present your topics or your speech. Considering these three people, I mean the mid class, the lower class, and the higher class, I think while doing that, we should consider mostly the mid class. Because if you are able to put the mid class into consideration, at least the higher class will be able to fit in, while the lower class also will be able to fit in. Because if you think of considering the higher class, the lower class might not be able to get the message you are trying to pass across. But if we are able to consider the mid class, at least, yes, both the higher class and the mid class people will be able to know, okay, I can get this message or what this person is trying to present. What we need to do again concerning presentation or CDS meeting is that we just need to be as simple as possible. Being simple is just, it explains a situation whereby what you are presenting, it is as simple as when you tell anybody, even those who don't go to school, they will be able to understand that, oh no, I can understand what this person is trying to pass across. Because if you start your presentation or during the course of presentation, you go about speaking jargons, like all these, let me say, big grammars. Some people might find it very difficult to comprehend. And such presentation, it creates, how do I say it? It dulls the morale of the listeners or your audience.
True.
So to save our time, let me just limit it to that. Proper planning is very, very cogent, or is very, very important.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Marisa, what do you think?
Well, I will just add to what he said. I agree with him about planning.
Okay.
He said something about in everything you do in life, you have to plan. And I think it's very, very correct. Because there's a saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, in any situation you find yourself, the first thing you do is to plan. But for me, what I will add to it is that apart from planning, even if you planned well enough, you have to. There is something called stage fright. No matter how prepared or no matter how well prepared you are, if you are not confident about yourself, you will not be able to to talk to people. You have to stop thinking about the perfection of your speech. You have to start thinking about how to get people to relate with your speech. So there's room for imperfection. There's no perfection in any speech. Even the president's speeches are not always perfect. But one thing that is very important is the message is passing across. His target audience understand what he's saying. That's one of the most important things. Because even if you plan very well, and the people your audience cannot even relate or understand what you are saying, there's nothing you are saying. You have not passed any message across. No matter how well prepared you are, you will not make any sense. And there's room for imperfection. Nobody's perfect. And the reason why a lot of people overthink it, I won't lie, I'm also an overthinker. So if you have to remove that overthinking out of the way when you are prepared to. My own is just start. No matter how difficult it is, or just start anyhow. And one thing is that you have to be relaxed. If you are relaxed and you're confident in yourself, and the major thing you're after is the message you want to pass across. Trust me, once you start, you will not even know when you start flowing. And before you know it, you are done. And the next thing you are seeing is a round of applause or standing ovation after that speech. You don't have to talk too much. People just want to make sense out of what you are saying. they don't want all these big grammars. They just want something they can relate to. They just want to make sense out of whatever it is they are saying. Imagine having a large amount of people in a room. For example, you go for a conference, and the first speaker. That's why most conferences they used to time the speaker. You say this so person is speaking for 10 minutes. So imagine the first speaker is speaking for about 30 minutes, and it's very, very boring. Like you cannot even make sense out of it saying. Yeah. You will not even be eager to listen to the next person coming, because the person that opened the floor has already spoiled everything. Like, what are they? So what you have at the back of your mind is that everybody coming up to speak is practically speaking jargons or something that is not very realistic. So one thing you have to do is that, apart from planning, be confident about yourself. Make sure what you are saying, your message you are passing, is making a lot of sense. No matter how short, even you can say something of 5 seconds. It's 5 seconds, and someone that talk for 30 minutes may not even make sense to that person that just speak for only 5 seconds.
Okay.
So I think that's very, very important.
Yeah, thank you so much. And adding to what Wahid said, planning, I feel like you plan before you actually present. Once you like practice, like looking at the mirror,
exactly,
making presentations. And funny thing is that when you start presenting, you wouldn't even know when you get comfortable, and then you just flow easily. And also, most speakers, most of them still practice before they start. So it's not oh, yes. So I also feel like, you actually hit the nail on that.
Thank you.
And then another thing, why do people feel nervous when speaking? And how can they manage that fear?
So I think about being nervous. It's just a human thing.
Okay.
Even if you have been doing it over and over again. If you have been seeing someone, for example, a TV anchor that you have been seeing every day on your screen, trust me, every blessed day, no matter how long that person has been doing that show or been appearing, there will still something. So not just be much compared to someone that is doing it for the first time. You will still be nervous, and that nervous is just a human thing. Like I said earlier, you have to be very confident about yourself. So some people go by speaking, they are affirming. A lot of people can think probably saying word of affirmation is a teenager's thing. It's not a teenager's thing. Anybody can do it. As an adult, you can do it. So some people can do this word of affirmation that yes, I believe in myself, I can do it. Or probably have someone there that is just behind the scene encouraging you. You can do it and everything like that. That will make you believe in yourself. Like, okay, fine, I can do this. So you cannot compare someone that has been doing it for a very while than someone that just started. Especially if you are starting for the first time, there is no way you will not be nervous. So that nervous is a common thing. Common thing, male, female, young adults, everybody. Even someone that has been speaking for over decades, when they still want to speak, there is always a first time for everything. No matter how, there's always a first time, even if you have been speaking for a while. So imagine you that have been speaking, and you are kind of speaking to a different set of people. Of course, you'll be nervous because you've never spoken to that kind of people before. So I think the way we can try to manage is to be very, very when you want to deliver a speech, be relaxed. Don't be too stiff, and make sure that nervousness is not showing. Because once it's showing, you will lose your courage, and you might even find yourself shaking in front of a whole lot of people. So be very relaxed. Be confident in yourself that yes, you can pull this off. And like I said, make sure you focus on the message you are passing. Don't think about this set of people. What will they think of me? Don't think about that. And don't think about all of the what ifs. Put it at the behind you. Don't say, what if I fucked up? What if these people? What if they don't like the way I spoke? All of that, put it behind you. Focus on yourself. Be confident, and make sure you get them to listen and relate to whatever message you are passing across. I think that's That's what it is for me.
Right, how do you think? Can avoid
Yes.
fear?
Actually, he has done justice to that, but what I think I can add something to my own contribution to it is that, as she has said, there is always a first time to everything. Let me take myself as an example. Let me say for years back now, or let me say some years back, even up till now, it gets to some places, maybe I want to speak to a few number of people, I still feel that nervousness within me.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of, like, my mind is always shaking.
Yeah.
It even got to a point whereby they will hand over the mic to me. Okay, just say something in a public gathering. I'll be like,
What did I want to say?
because I find it very difficult standing in front of the audience at times.
Yeah.
But although I'm not that perfect now, but at least the fear compared to now, when we compare now and then, at least I think I've been able to let me say overcome to some certain extent.
Okay.
So, and how do we overcome this nervousness? Firstly, as she has said, confidence is very, very important.
Yes.
You need to build the confidence in you. You need to have the mind that, no, I can do this. Because if you start having this nervous issue, like being afraid of, what if I make mistake? What if I utter something that is not even in line with? Once you have that fear in you, it will just discourage it. It kills your morale.
Yes.
It doesn't even allow you to. You might even have a very nice presentation or a very nice speech, but once the confidence is not there, or once you lose the confidence, forget it. You've lost everything. And one of the ways we can come up being confident is, firstly, let's try and have discussions within ourselves. Let's take, for instance, you have some friends, probably maybe you go for CDS, or for you to be able to overcome that fear or that fear in you, just engage with some people. Even if not many, like 2-3 people, just engage, just discuss some random things. At least with that, you start to build your confidence a bit from there.
You have to start from somewhere.
Exactly. And apart from that, we all have our cell phones. Just place your phone in front, or you just stand at the front of the mirror, or what do you call it? Should I call it mirror?
Camera.
So just stand at the front. Even if you have a digital camera, exactly, just place it at the front. Just display anything you want to display. Just take that camera as audience. So once you are done, you too can just go through it and evaluate yourself. Okay, if this were to be something that maybe I can even get any opportunity from, how do I want to present myself at the end of the day? How do they evaluate me? So I think by so doing, you should be able to come over or overcome the fearness, the nervousness, or whatsoever.
All right, thank you so much, Wahid. I also feel like it all starts from somewhere. You have to start.
Exactly.
And then once you start and you see yourself making progress, you are determined to just keep going.
Exactly.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Right now, we'll be going on a short break, and when we're back, we'll be talking about the power of eloquence in everyday life.
We wear the khaki, but we carry more than just a bag. We carry dreams, grit, and a will to serve.
This is Corpuscan, rising to serve, rising to lead.
Welcome back to Corpuscan. Before we went on a short break, we were talking about the power of eloquence in everyday life. And moving forward, Nafisat, how can someone build their speaking confidence daily, even in simple everyday conversations?
To answer that question, I think building confidence is not a day job. Like, it's from, I think, from little to big. You start from somewhere. You cannot just wake up one day and say, okay, fine, I want to build my confidence, and boom, that same day you build it. So building confidence starts from little discussion, little conversation you have. There be a conversation within your friends. Why you make mention of recording yourself, standing in front of camera? That can also help. When you want to know how you actually sound, take your phone, put up a camera and record yourself. And I'm very sure by the time you listen to how you sound, if you don't like how the way you sound, you already know where and how to adjust. So you can also start by making your friends listen to you. Let them listen to you. Let them tell you their opinion of how they felt when they listened to you. Let them tell you your lapses, where you can work on. If you actually want to speak out like you said, building confidence, you have to be very, you have to trust yourself. Like, yes, you can do it, because confidence starts with trusting. So if you cannot trust yourself as an individual, how do you expect your audience to trust you? So when you trust yourself, you'll be able to do that confidence. Let your friends listen to you. Probably I have a presentation I'm preparing for. And I don't want to go there first. I want to know if I actually nail that presentation. It's not about reading. Reading out loud can also help. I used to call my friend. There's this presentation I want to do. I want you to listen to me. Act as if you are my boss or you are my audience. Hear whatever it is I want to say and tell me where you think I have that last, where you think I can adjust before the due day. So you can start from there. Can have your friends listen to you. Can read out loud.
Okay.
When you read out loud, as long as you hear whatever it is, you hear yourself. At times when I say something, even when the moment I say it out, like, you don't have to tell me that no. I already know that this thing I just talk, it does not enter at all. I already know. So I know when I'm making sense and when I'm not. But one thing is that if you want to know when you're making, if you don't speak out, you won't know if you're actually making sense. There's something like reading inside of you, but you can't achieve that if you want to be confident. You have to read out loud. When you read out loud, you'll be able to hear yourself. You know if you are making sense or not. So I think that kind of to record yourself. So I think all of those things can help you build your confidence.
In addition to what she said, I would just like to make reference to something. Let me say I learned it from the Dean of School of Eloquence, Mr. Obong, ACN.
Okay.
There are 3 things you shouldn't compromise. Building your speaking confidence. Number 1 is your facial expression. Let me say your eye contact. You need to maintain eye contact with your audience. That's very, very important. If you are making presentation and you're looking downwards or you're looking up or you're looking sideways, like, who are you really presenting to?
Yes.
The second one is your voice. You don't compromise your voice. Your voice is very, very important.
Yes.
You want to make exactly. You want to make presentation and you are like speaking, even the person next to you hardly hear what you're saying. So your voice shouldn't be compromised. And the third one, your hand gestures. You should be able to visualize things with your hands, so that even those that are not hearing what you are saying, but they are seeing your hand gestures, they will know that this person is talking about so thing. So I think that's just what I should contribute.
And I also think that when you're communicating with people, you should also keep in mind, like you said, facial expression and all of that. Also keep in mind your iconic gestures and your big gestures. Know how to express yourself in other sides apart from speaking. So also, can you share a moment when good communication opened the door for you?
So actually, I have not experienced that before per se.
Okay.
Because, or let me just say, I've received some compliments. When it comes to speaking to how do I say it? A small gathering. or speaking in a small gathering, I've had some compliments. No, wow, you did well, you did well.
Yes.
There is a program we normally hold. It's a religion program.
Okay.
So at least there are some programs under it, under the events. I mean, a list of programs. At least one person will anchor each of the programs.
Okay.
So when it gets to my turn, like the way I present some things, and at the end of the day, I will see some people will be like, so you can say this, you can. Yes. I really enjoyed. You know, that kind of feedback. It even gives you more confidence.
Yes.
So even me, I was like, have I said anything? One thing is that once you are able to come over your fears, you just face it. Trust me, at the end of the day, you will even get more compliments than you ever expected.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Well, for me, I won't really say what's it called, but one thing I have learned is little conversation has actually helped me in gaining one or two. In the sense that I started this NYSC journey, I understand that you don't know who is who.
Yeah.
So I give at least that little grace. Okay, let's even hear what he or she has to say. And even though one thing is that I remember a particular time I went to do my documentation at the secretariat. So I think I met about 2 or 3. We didn't know each other for anyway. So from that queue, we wanted to submit our documents from there. So there was a particular day I need to join a then it's not even CDS group. Okay. Because I relocated. So I need to join an active Lagos core members group. I need something, and I know that once I dropped that was the code. So I just texted her. I don't know, babe, please can you help me? She's part of the people that I met on the what's it called. Can you help me? I'm trying to get into a what's it called. I don't know if anyway. She just sent me about 3 links. I was like, wow. Imagine if I did not have actually connected with her, or like or that was just the end of the day. That's how I would have actually lost that was it. And that particular group, they drop very good information, updates every blessed day. So I think